The Chinese auto sector is increasingly making global automakers and politicians hot under the collar. On June 12, 2024, the European Union said that it will apply extra tariffs of up to 38% on Chinese EVs, and the US is about to impose 100% tariffs on Chinese electric automobiles, claiming that this action would help level up the playing field for domestic automakers. While some European automakers claim that they would start a trade war, other analysts believe China will continue to dominate the market. The last 10 years have been an incredible rise in the EV market in China. This spike has been linked to several factors, including government regulations supporting green energy, significant investments in research and development, and a sizable domestic market eager for reasonably priced EVs. The biggest companies in this field include BYD, NIO, and XPeng. These producers have not only pushed the boundaries of technology, but also reached out of China, achieving notable successes in areas such as Europe and North America. When it comes to battery technology and autonomous driving in particular, Chinese EV makers have been at the forefront of innovation. Chinese EVs are now quite competitive on the international scene because of these developments. But why are the governments of different nations forcing hefty tariffs on Chinese EVs? And will these tariffs effectively stop the influx of Chinese cars? Stay with us to find out all the answers in this video. Governments expect that by raising the price of imported EVs, people will be more inclined to choose domestically manufactured vehicles, thus boosting the domestic auto sector. It is expected that the administration of America will impose additional duties on Chinese electric vehicles, which are already subject to 25%. The tax could eventually reach 100%, making the purchase of a Chinese EV unaffordable. Also, in the past, America has expressed concerns regarding Chinese automobiles, claiming that Chinese trucks and cars with internet connections pose threats to national security, since their operating systems may transmit private data to Beijing. Earlier in the year, Biden tried to stop those cars from coming into the country. Basically, the European Union and the US are trying to avoid a scenario such as the one that existed in the final years of the 2000s. Beijing heavily invested in solar energy technology, allowing local manufacturers to construct new factories worth billions of dollars and increase their market share internationally. Numerous companies in Europe and the US were forced out of business as a result of the sharp decline in panel prices brought about by China's production growth. Consequently, the European Commission launched an anti-dumping investigation, which led to the imposition of harsh tariffs on the Chinese panels. And now, similar conditions are building up again in the car sector. As according to reports, China can produce half of the automobiles produced worldwide, 4 times more than the US does on average. About 25 million cars are needed annually within the nation, leaving 15 million vehicles for export, nearly as many as the US can sell in a good year. China became one of the world's top exporters in 2023, after shipping 5 million automobiles to more than 100 nations. Before we continue, do you know how ineffective these tariffs are for Chinese exporters? Chinese EVs are highly competitive, primarily due to their economical production. Chinese manufacturers are able to build vehicles at a significantly lower cost than their Western counterparts, due to economies of scale, efficient production methods, and lower labor expenses. Why pay more for an EV when you can get a high-quality, technologically advanced vehicle from China at a lower price? Demand for EVs is soaring as people grow more ecologically conscious. Chinese EVs are a great alternative for consumers seeking economical and sustainable transportation. Tariffs have little effect on the worldwide demand for Chinese EVs because of this affordability aspect. Chinese manufacturers are rapidly establishing local production facilities in strategic countries in order to avoid tariffs. Companies such as BYD and NIO, for example, are looking at joint ventures and manufacturing partnerships in North America and Europe. This approach complies with local content laws and lowers tariff-related expenses. Constant R&D investment has allowed Chinese firms to create innovative technologies that differentiate them from rivals. Chinese EVs are staying competitive due to advancements in battery technology, self-driving cars, and smart vehicle integration. In an effort to cover tariffs, China increases market share and brand awareness. Chinese EV brands are implementing aggressive marketing techniques. This covers active marketing campaigns, competitive pricing, and carefully planned alliances with nearby companies and influencers. Is the Chinese government contributing and expanding the EV sector? Before we get to that, it wouldn't be wrong to say that global consumer preferences are shifting towards sustainable and environmentally friendly transportation options. Younger generations are especially keen on this tendency, giving eco-conscious choices priority. Chinese EVs, which are renowned for their cutting-edge features and reasonable prices, are well positioned to satisfy this growing market. Moreover, developing a loyal customer base is essential for long-term success. To improve their reputation and encourage client loyalty, Chinese manufacturers are always investing in brand-building campaigns, warranty programs, and customer service. But according to industry experts, the higher tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles will damage customers more than Chinese automakers, since they will drive up the cost of the least expensive electric automobiles available. However, an examination by the European Union has revealed that government subsidies are enjoyed throughout the Chinese electric car supply chain, enabling automakers there to significantly lower their production costs. The European investigation concluded that this gives Chinese producers an unfair competitive advantage over their rivals in Europe. China's automotive market is a major source of income for many European automakers, both for exports and domestic production. German automakers such as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen have large production and research and development centers in China in addition to exporting to the Chinese market. They worry that Beijing's retaliation could negatively impact their company. Some people are still keen to work with the Chinese, though. In an attempt to get rid of tariffs, Stellantis said last month that it will begin selling 2 vehicles from its joint venture with the Chinese automaker Leapmotor in Europe. With a view to achieve zero carbon emissions by 2060, China's government has put in place a number of policies to encourage sustainable electric vehicle practices. These policies include mandatory battery recycling, strict fuel consumption standards, and significant investments in renewable energy infrastructure. When assessing their environmental impact, it's important to take into account the life cycle emissions of EVs from production to disposal. According to studies, Chinese electric vehicles often have lower emissions throughout the course of their whole life cycle than automobiles with internal combustion engines. For example, BYD has made great progress in creating environmentally friendly batteries and introducing green production techniques. NIO specializes in battery swapping technology, which lowers waste and increases battery lifespan. XPeng is renowned for its energy-efficient designs and dedication to lowering its cars' carbon footprints. The Chinese government's support for the electric car sector has resulted in notable growth and innovation. In 2021, with more than 1.3 million electric vehicles sold, China became the largest EV market worldwide. This growth has been mostly driven by government subsidies for electric vehicles, which have amounted to around 60 billion over the last 10 years. Furthermore, China has set high goals for the sale of electric vehicles, hoping that by 2025, new energy vehicles will make up 20% of all new automobile sales. Key components of the government support system are subsidies, tax incentives, and regular mandates. Subsidies have made EVs more affordable by offsetting their higher costs while encouraging more customers to choose this environmentally beneficial alternative. The use of electric vehicles is further encouraged by tax advantages, including waivers from sales tax and registration costs. Tariffs on Chinese EVs may cause obstacles, but they won't hinder their climb to the top of the global market. The future of the global EV market looks very promising. Do you think so? If you want more videos like this, visit our channel and give us a browse. And don't forget to like and subscribe.